And the only way for it to be a homicide is if somebody could report it, correct?
If they could prove it was a homicide, yeah.
Yeah, so like in Glendale, for instance, if a person was there and it was a police officer that did it, report it, correct? And then it somehow disappears, that's further police officers right there. Because nobody else can actually do any...
If a local agency does something like that, that'd be...
Yeah, and so when the FBI gets involved and then the police officer gets arrested, based off of what the police officer did beforehand, that police officer could get into more trouble, meaning that they'll try to...
Well, how much more trouble are they going to get if they're being arrested? You say
Well, a police officer is the same way as a human. If a human basically makes a mistake, sometimes they try to cover it up.
What?
This is going to keep going all night with you on this.
I'm already recording. Like I said, I always tell the truth. So like I said, when a police officer makes a mistake, they're considered the same thing as a human, meaning that they're going to try to commit the same situations to try to get away from it, correct?
If they're not a good officer, they're crooked.
Yeah, and like I said,
It's a possibility.
so when I tried to make a police report, and then the police officer said that I couldn't make a police report.
But if you're gonna make like backcut it, you have to speak with the detectives.
Yeah, exactly. The only way to get the detectives, like you guys already know, is to actually have a police report actually filed, correct?
It depends what you're referring to. I mean, if it's a murder report, it's already going to be an investigation going on. Yes.
Once it's a report, correct?
Yeah.
So if a person can't file a police report because police officers don't want to, what's the answer to that one?
It depends on the circumstances. Is there a murder? Is it something that we could take a report, or is it not something we cannot take a report?
Now, I was here a couple of nights ago, actually almost a month ago, and his answer comes out to just keep going. That's not correct.
What?
He'll just keep going. That's actually not correct on how you're supposed to respond to the person that's actually trying to give you guys information to file a police report, correct?
I could hear that one.
The way that he responded, the way that he showed up, the way that he left,
Yeah.
means that he doesn't believe me no matter what I say, which is actually kind of...
Even evidence, nothing to like to follow.
Oh, I have evidence. I even told him I had evidence.
What kind of evidence?
I have video evidence. I also have other evidence involving me already knowing that situation, him already knowing that situation. If you were trained, you would know that situation.
What kind of evidence? What kind of videos? What kind of video evidence?
Several video evidence. It's actually involving kidnapping and traces of kidnapping, and then the misusage of police officers beforehand so that the police officers can't respond. He said previously that police officers respond on the severity, and then throughout their entire shift, they leave the second that they're finished with every single call, which isn't always the truth.
Well, if it's something against the cops doing like heinous crimes like that, you can contact
No,
them.
I'm not saying the police officers were doing the crime. I'm saying the police officers were facilitating or allowing the crime because nobody could actually file a police report about it.
If they're doing that, you can call the FBI. So they could do the investigation.
When the FBI came in, like I said, I'm trying to double check on which
We don't
police
deal with the
officers.
FBI. That's above us. So you
Like I
gotta-
said, dealing with what the police officers are trying to use the FBI for, it's kind of really, really
You
important.
cannot use it. You mean to manipulate the FBI?
Yeah,
That doesn't happen.
yeah, it does.
No.
Ryan Wedding used to have a shop down the street, correct?
I don't even know who that is.
He had a shop down the street. He got into trouble because he actually didn't have the correct shop. He got into trouble for that, but it took that many years for him to get into trouble. He even came here trying to double check to see if he was in the right for the way that...
What are you trying to do?
Like I'm saying, I tried to file a police report. I'm still trying to file a police report.
Who's the victim?
Me.
How many kind of
So what? What kind of crime?
Like I said, is involving kidnapping, and then they would have involved murder. But the main thing is that I can't remember where they took the person. I can't remember who's connected with that murder, but I can remember when they start trying to repeat the same situation.
Where did it happen? Where did it happen?
At the place where I'm living.
Here?
Yeah, in Hollywood.
When did it happen?
The murder happened several years ago, but the repeated stuff that's actually illegal, which includes entrapment, which also includes falsifying a police report and evidence, that happened recently. Except for you guys waited, and I even filed it with what is it, the online police report.
Yeah.
And I also filed it with several other things, but because you guys didn't actually even allow me to talk to you guys further about that situation, told me to wait until the detectives while there's something that was going on right then. Or even when I called previously, you guys waited until it was already clean and over. You guys took almost like 9 hours, basically.
So on the what? On the
The fact that when a person was trying to break into another person's apartment, and then we tried to stop them, but the fact that if I had tried to stop him and he just basically made up a false statement, somehow I would have gotten in trouble based off of how you guys have been perceiving me.
Based on the socks.